Hey guys, we're going to be having a look at the way in which I'm actually now set up my computer, my microphone system. I know that in the past, or recent past, I've had a lot of complaints about the audio, and people are saying you got a microphone, you got a really good microphone there, you got foam in the background. What's going on here? Why is it sounding so bad? At first, I thought, okay, because I had previously had a little laptop. And I was only ever using the microphone from the laptop, so I couldn't actually hear, plus my hearing's atrocious anyway, but I couldn't actually hear how bad it really was. It wasn't until I got myself a brand new $3,000 computer, and it was a desktop one, which means it's sitting on the floor behind my desk right now, and I had to get myself some external speakers. It wasn't until I got myself some external speakers that I really heard what they're talking about. I was able to go, oh, I see the issue. Okay, so now what I have done is I have previously, when I used to record from my camera, I would use this old microphone. Now this microphone would sit on top of my computer, be plugged into my sit on top of my camera, plug into my camera, and that's what I'd be using. And usually, it didn't do too bad a job, but it did always have the hum of the computer in the background. There was always that ambient noise, which did distract from the video. Plus also too, I do believe that the music I had in the computer, which I was using, when I put music in there, it would go up and down in volume. When I stopped speaking, the music would go up in volume, and then I'd start speaking, the music would come down in volume, even though I tried to set it at like 2 or 3%. So I think I've also fixed that issue as well. Now, with this particular test, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you an original video of what I had been previously doing. And then I'm going to be showing you this particular part of the video, which is what we're doing now. And then I'm going to show you a bit of a desktop share and show you what I'm doing with that. Now, as I said, I've got my Blue Yeti connected up to my actual camera now, which previously hadn't done, and now it is. So, and it looks like it's working quite well. Okay, so with that, I now also use my Logitech Brio for my webcam so that my Camtasia screen recorder can actually pick up on what's going on, which is really good. So without any further ado, I was going to show you what the intros were normally like, and then you can see what the intros are like now. So let's go check it out. This AI creates mind maps in seconds. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about that, stick around to the end. Hey, I'm Henry, and I'm from Product Creation Formula. Here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to be able to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews, as well as tips on how to make money online. Well, as you can see, there was a bit of a hum in the background, plus it also sounded really hollow, which is something you really don't want to have happen on your screen. So, with that in mind, I needed to make sure that the microphone was turned down, plus the settings were turned down on my camera, and I also had to make sure that when this was connected up there, that everything was just right, so as it got rid of some of the hollow sound. Now, I know it still sounds a little bit hollow, so I still probably might have to get myself another desk, because the desk that I currently have really is just a plastic fold-up table with a tablecloth over it to try and mask some of the muffleness of it, or some of the hollow sound. But if I get myself a timber desk, hopefully it'll get rid of some of that hollowness. And I also have monitors on both sides, so potentially some of the bouncing sound or some of the hollow sound could be coming from the echo coming back from that, or the sound being bounced back from these monitors. That is a potential as well. Even though I'm speaking directly forward, when I turn my head to the right and I'm speaking at the actual monitor, towards the monitor, then you'll notice that, yeah, there's a little bit more of a hollow sound then. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the actual screen recording now, and I'll show you the 3 different kinds of microphones that I can use. I use the �crisp𝗏, which is a software which helps to get rid of a lot of stuff like ambient noise and background noise, and as well as my Yeti microphone on its own, which I think is potentially not quite as good, but the �crisp𝗏 is connected to my Yeti anyway. And then I'll use the 𝗬𝗏, which is the Logitech 𝗬𝗏 microphone, and you will hear how bad that really is. It's not good at all. So you'll see that I will most likely be sticking with my Yeti, but connected to �crisp𝗏. So that's more likely going to be what's going to happen. So I'm just going to do a quick little run around on my desktop so we can have a look around and see what's going on. So I'm just going to open up a couple of tabs on my desktop so it's not completely boring. And then you can have a look at then we can have a proper look at what's happening here. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so in this particular part, I have decided to show you the worst of the bunch. So this is the Logitech 𝗬𝗏. I'll just be quiet for a second and just listen to the ambient noise. It's pretty nasty. And you can hear that the volume is not great. I should say not the volume, that the sound is not great. It picks up on everything, and it's really hollow as well. So it's not great. So next one I'm going to do is I'm going to show you �crisp𝗏, and then I'll show you what that's like. I would show you my actual Camtasia on the screen, but I tried doing that earlier, but unfortunately it comes up blank on the screen, so I can't really show it to you. Anyhow, that being said, let's have a look at what �crisp𝗏 is like. Okay, so this is actually �crisp𝗏, and am I looking at the affiliate dashboard? This might be the affiliate dashboard, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's you can see that, oh yeah, here we go, got the downloads. It must be the actual dashboard itself. Now, I use �crisp𝗏 pretty much all the time now because it does give you a much clearer sound, as you can tell by listening to the background. And you can see that it's actually giving you something which is nice and clean, doesn't sound overly hollow, and it keeps away all the ambient noise. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Completely silent, which is great. So now let's have a look at what Yeti is like on its own without being connected up to �crisp𝗏. Okay, so this is the Yeti microphone, and it's not connected up to �crisp𝗏. It's just the Yeti microphone on its own. It's not connected up to anything else except the camera and also the computer. So this is something that I had to have it connected up to the computer so that it can get power to it, but then I can also connect it up to the camera. I didn't realize I could do all that, but now I can. So it's all good. Anyhow, this is connected up directly to Camtasia, and it's reading it quite nicely. So you can hear the slight difference between it. Now I'm going to be quiet so for you to listen to the ambient noise. As you can see, there is still a little bit of ambient noise there. Now, hopefully, by using �crisp𝗏 all the time, it will at least remove that. All right. Okay, now it's your turn. Please, I beg you, leave comments down below and let me know which one you prefer. I don't think anyone with any good hearing at all, or any kind of hearing at all, would pick Logitech 𝗬𝗏's microphone because the Logitech 𝗬𝗏 microphone is atrocious. But can you tell the difference between the Yeti microphone and the �crisp𝗏? I find it really difficult to be able to tell the difference between the two, to be perfectly honest. I know that I can hear a slight hum from this particular camera, but I suspect it's because the computer is on the floor behind it with 5 different fans on it, so I'm not at all surprised that it will have a little bit of a hum. Even though I have the cardioid on, which means cardioid means facing forward, and it should be able to block most of the sound from behind it, it still can pick up a little tiny bit from behind it as well. So I hope that this has improved it a lot. If not, please let me know, and I will get myself a new desk if I have to. If that's the main issue, it's still causing the hollow sound, then please let me know. I will happily replace the desk and get myself a new one so that it doesn't have that irritating hollow sound anymore. Alright guys, if you got some value out of this video, please consider smashing the like button as well as subscribing, and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not consider sharing, and please tell me down below what you think is the best of these 3 microphones. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.